Good afternoon, and thank you for attending today's press conference. With me today is Chief County Detective Michael Gumbar. Next to him, the Reading Police Department Chief Andres Dominguez. Behind me is Trooper Dave Boehm of the Pennsylvania State Police, and next to him is First Assistant District Attorney Dennis Scahan. In February 2017, the Pennsylvania State Police Bureau of Criminal Investigations initiated an investigation into the illegal drug trafficking activities of Louis Irizarry, who resided in Reading, PA. During this investigation, troopers determined that Irizarry was associated with numerous other significant illegal drug traffickers. Based on the knowledge that the organization was operating in Berks County, troopers teamed up with narcotics detectives from the Berks County District Attorney's Office and the City of Reading Police Department to further investigate the scope of the illegal drug trade involved. This was an example of great teamwork. It's a joint investigation initiated by the Pennsylvania State Police and involved numerous police departments, and also in the end we got great help from the Berks County District Attorney's Drug Task Force, which culminated at the end of this investigation. A lot of officers involved, a lot of great teamwork. I am very proud of that. On May 31st, 2017, I made an application for electronic surveillance on subjects of this investigation. This application was authorized by the Pennsylvania Superior Court. The investigation revealed that Irizarry was being supplied by at least two distinct organizations. The principal participants in one organization were identified as Angel Concepcion Collazo and Angel Morales Rivera. The other individuals depicted in those photographs are the individuals who we determined were the major suppliers involved in this drug ring. And I'll speak a little bit more about them as we move on. The principals in the other organization were identified as Carlos Ballester Marrero, Nelson Rivera, and David Dela Cruz. Law enforcement determined that the span of the organization controlled by Angel Concepcion Collazo was vast, with networks in other cities in Pennsylvania, including Harrisburg, York, and Allentown, and other states, including Florida, New York, and Puerto Rico. One of the schemes Concepcion Collazo was involved with involved smuggling bulk quantities of cocaine via parcel service from Puerto Rico into the United States. With the assistance of the United States Postal Service, law enforcement was able to identify and seize several parcels that were destined for locations in Berks County. These seized parcels contained 4 kilograms of cocaine. We also determined that the organization involving Carlos Ballester Marrero, Nelson Rivera, and David Dela Cruz orchestrated deliveries of significant amounts of bulk methamphetamine from other areas of the United States. And you will see later on in this presentation that we confiscated during this investigation over 20 pounds of methamphetamine. One of the source cities of the methamphetamine was identified as Los Angeles, California. The methamphetamine was trafficked with the intent of being delivered in other surrounding counties including Schuylkill, Lancaster, and Lehigh counties. The investigation revealed that many of the suspects exposed during this operation were also actively involved and engaged in their own enterprises of selling drugs. Besides being involved in these distinct organizations, many of the suspects were involved in trafficking all types of illegal drugs, including heroin, methamphetamine, crack cocaine, powder cocaine, marijuana, and prescription pills. During the investigation, we determined that the organization was responsible, and this investigation was approximately 6 months. And during that 6 months, we determined that this organization was responsible for distributing over $10 million of controlled substances. This amount is a fairly conservative estimate. On August 1st, 2017, Berks County Magisterial District Justice Stuart Kennedy authorized 39 arrest warrants for the individuals depicted in the pictures. The individuals depicted will be facing felony drug charges and conspiring to be part of a corrupt organization and also being part of a corrupt organization. They will be charged with the delivery of methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin, and various other controlled substances. As part of this investigation, Judge Kennedy authorized search warrants for 15 locations throughout Berks County, which were utilized by members of this organization to facilitate their illegal activities. You will see depicted again on the board photographs of the various locations that were searched by members of law enforcement yesterday during the takedown of this organization. In the early morning hours of August 2nd, 2017, approximately 125 law enforcement officers from the Pennsylvania State Police, the Berks County District Attorney's Drug Task Force, and the Reading Police Department served the arrest warrants and the search warrants throughout Berks County. The locations that were searched were located at 1233 Green Street, 218 Linden Street, 148 West Robinson Street, 50 North 4th Street, those were located in Reading, 122 Penguin Place, Shillington, PA. Located in that residence, and we'll discuss a little further, was a large amount of methamphetamine and a large amount of fentanyl. 1206 Muhlenberg Street, 310 Burn Street, 1202 Avenue C, 601 North 5th Street, 514 Maple Street, 105 West Huller Street, I think that's located in Muhlenberg Township, 735 Washington Street in Reading, 2109 Elder Street in Reading, 466 Spring Street, and 910 Pear Street. We also have served search warrants on bank accounts, seized several vehicles that were involved in this investigation and were utilized by this organization to transport drugs throughout the eastern Pennsylvania and, frankly, many other places. We seized over 4 kilograms of cocaine, approximately 20 pounds of methamphetamine, substantial amounts of bulk and packaged heroin, over 200 grams of fentanyl. Now, I wanted to point out, when we're dealing with fentanyl, it is extremely lethal. We have found, as I review each and every month, the drug overdose deaths in our county that occur. Those deaths that are occurring involve heroin, methamphetamine, and cocaine. And quite frankly, the common denominator involved in the deaths from the use of these drugs is the fact that many times the cocaine, the heroin, and the methamphetamine are mixed with fentanyl, which is a very lethal drug and is leading to our overdose deaths, again, increasing in this county. As of July 31st, 2017, we have had 69 overdose deaths in our county to date. This large amount of fentanyl was seized in 122 Penguin Place, the location where David Dela Cruz was operating from. This is dangerous not only to those individuals who choose to use controlled substances. It is very dangerous to our officers who are out there enforcing the laws of our Commonwealth. We also obtained over 4 pounds of high-grade marijuana. We confiscated over $200,000 in U.S. currency, which we believe are the proceeds from the sales of these controlled substances. 21 guns were confiscated during this, and this photograph here depicts 14 of the weapons that were confiscated during the execution of search warrants and arrest warrants yesterday. One of those weapons happens to be a fully automatic weapon, which is illicit. But this is an example of the violence of this organization, and I am hopeful that our streets will be much safer with these individuals now incarcerated. We confiscated 9 vehicles, numerous cell phones, security monitors and cameras, numerous documents and ID pertaining to the drug suspects, and drug paraphernalia and related paraphernalia associated with the distribution and manufacturing of controlled substances. To date, we have arrested 26 individuals. Their names are Luis Arizari, Nelson Rivera, Carlos Ballester Herrera. He was arrested in Maryland. I again thank the Pennsylvania State Police for their great work in locating Mr. Ballester. David Dela Cruz, Angel Concepcion Colazo, Angel Morales Rivera, Wilfredo Alacia, Joseph Perry, Louis Lembrick, Luke Williams, Pablo Valentin Maldonado, Jamal Coleman, John Ballard, Ishmael Mestre Vasquez, Vicky Bagenstos, Robert Underheim, Mike Rao, Roberto Garcia Ramos, Alexandra Hughes, Roberto Ortiz, Dean Moyer, David Stark, Restudo Liebensberger, Enrique Ayala, and Eunice Naomi Ortez Saez, and George Laborte. Those individuals have been arrested to date. Their bails have been set anywhere from $50,000 to $9 million. Clearly, the individuals who have the high bails were the leaders of this corrupt organization. We still are looking for 13 individuals. They are David Ortega, Carlos Martinez, Joshua Rivera, Jose Garcia Maldonado, Jose Rivera Balbru, Anthony Carabello, Eric Mayo, Carlos Cruz Lynn, Theodore Thomas, Joseph Mannion, Robert Stout, Samuel Gonzalez Cordero, and Victor Cancel Alvarez. We are hopeful that these individuals will turn themselves in the near future, or we will catch them. We will extradite them from anywhere to face justice here in our county. In conclusion, this was a multi-million-dollar drug organization with connections as far west as Los Angeles, California, as far south as Puerto Rico. They have polluted this community, and frankly, they have polluted many communities throughout our state with this poison. They have armed themselves with weapons to protect their illegal activities. They are responsible for violence on our streets. They have threatened our lives with the most poisonous of all lethal chemicals by adding fentanyl to their already dangerous drugs. And I spoke about fentanyl and the dangers we are facing day in and day out. Fentanyl is most likely getting into this country, China, but it has proven to be the common denominator that has led to many deaths, many overdoses, and is very, very dangerous. The fact that we took 200 grams of fentanyl off the streets is a major, major accomplishment. We have dismantled them and we put a stop to this attack. We look forward to holding these individuals accountable for their actions, and we will be requesting substantial penalties for their activities. This investigation is ongoing. And again, I have to thank the hard work of the Pennsylvania State Police, the Berks County Detectives, the Reading Police Department, and the Berks County District Attorney's Task Force. A lot of work went into this investigation, and a lot of hard work. And I can't thank enough all of the participants who really have made our community safer by taking these drug pushers and violent criminals off the streets.